Statue of Liberty, and you're watching Let Freedom Ring.
His name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry is so prestigious. Wave your hands from side to side and say, oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. In Joe Hendry.
And welcome to episode 16 of Ring in Free Thoughts. Scott, do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I mean, no, I don't want to. I did not sign up to watch that guy bring us in live.
You don't believe in Joe Hendry?
I am unfamiliar with Joe Hendry. I've seen him on the web, but yeah, I have no knowledge of this gentleman, unfortunately.
I think you need to invest in it, and I think you need to say his name and he appears, because I believe in Joe Hendry.
Mark Henry, is that what his name is? World's strongest Joe Hendry with a D.
Hendry. Yeah, Mark Henry, who I've met, personal friend of mine. Good personal friend. Yeah, Joe Hendry's the hot thing. I can't stop singing the song. Yeah, it's red hot. Posted that I sung the song, posted on the YouTube channel. Got some subscribers out of it. A lot of views on that. So
well, there you go. Believe in Dan Bollier is who I believe in. I don't know. I don't know about this Joe Hendry guy.
I sent it directly to Joe Hendry. I'm all about it. I was feeling it for a little bit before. He's been doing the TNA stuff. And now WWE's kind of been like, all right, we're doing the crossover.
Is he down in NXT? Is that where that gentleman is? Yeah. Okay.
He's still under contract with TNA, but they're doing like a crossover type of stuff, which is going really well.
Forbidden Door. Yeah.
Opening up a Forbidden Door. And it's a much cooler Forbidden Door than TNA and AEW working together. That didn't go great.
Well, I'm happy. I'm happy for you, Dan. I'm really happy for you.
Yeah.
And Joe Hendry, I'm very happy.
Famous 16s though. What are we
welcome to Ring in Free Thoughts with Dan and Scott, by the way.
We're here. This is not the Joe Hendry hour.
Get a quick intro in there, why don't you?
But famous 16s. This is a tough one. Matt Castle came to mind for me. Joe Montana is one. But yeah, who are some of the 16s that you
besides my Super Sweet 16, the MTV show, I always think of Matt Castle immediately, and I think of one Dan Bollier who used to wear a good old-fashioned Matt Castle jersey from time to time.
Yes, I got that at Modell's super cheap when he left.
Yeah, I bet you did. Castle, Montana, and then for some reason I always think Vinny Testaverde too. Good old
Vinmeister.
Yeah, I always think Chad Pennington at first, but Chad Pennington was 10. I don't know why I get those two Jets quarterback jerseys mixed up.
There's got to be more baseball players that I'm just not thinking of.
Yeah, I really only know football jerseys. Like that's my mind automatically goes football jersey.
It's not popular, and if there probably is somebody, and I can't think of them right now. Right. But Matt Castle's at the top of the list for me.
All-time great, all-time great Patriots quarterback.
Did he keep that number with the Chiefs?
I believe he was 16 with the Chiefs. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I believe so. And then I don't know. I can't remember where else he played after that, but I feel like he probably would have had to switch it up.
He sort of got tossed around.
Yeah, he became that journeyman quarterback, right? Like
Yeah,
Atlanta, maybe. And
ugh.
I don't know.
Let me see here.
Texans.
It's gonna bug me.
I'm thinking Matt Schaub. Atlanta too.
I got. Oh, come on, Wikipedia. We got. Oh, listen to this. We got quite the list. New England Patriots, 2005, 2008. Kansas City Chiefs, 2009 to 2012. Minnesota Vikings, 2013 to 14. Buffalo Bills, 2015.
Okay.
Ends up on the Cowboys in the same year.
Yeah,
Tennessee
that's right.
Titans, 2016 to 2017, and leaves the NFL in 2018 with the Lions. One-time Pro Bowler, 2010. Matt Castle put together. I mean, if Brady never gets hurt, we'd probably never know. We might have known his name.
No, he would have just been another one of those guys sitting on the bench.
Yeah, he would have
but
been but
he saved the day. I mean, he got hurt. I mean,
the wild thing about that is we won Super Bowls with that 11-5 record. We didn't make the playoffs with that 11-5 record.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Was it the Jets year? The year that
Dolphins, I think.
Was it Dolphins? Yeah.
Dolphins. Yeah, Dolphins won the division.
I thought it was Jets with what's his face there? The coach that
Rex Ryan
was with the Pats. No, not Rex Ryan. The other one.
Mangina.
Mangini. Yeah. Didn't he? I think that was the year.
I don't think he did much. I don't think the Jets made. They maybe made the playoffs. The Dolphins definitely won the division because they won on the last game of the season, and we were all excited because it was like, can the Patriots get to the playoffs without Tom Brady that year? And any other year, yes, they could have.
Yeah. What do you know? Yeah.
But Matt Castle was not to blame for that. I would say he
was an all-time 16er right there.
He's the first one that comes to mind. Speaking of someone that talks a little younger than they're 16, Joe Biden. I'm not watching any of this. I'm just not doing this anymore. I don't like we've talked about this on the show weekly, how our politics are just dumb. They're just dumb at this point. But I believe Biden gave a speech last night and he mixed up like Trump with Kamala Harris. He mixed up Putin with somebody.
Yeah.
What
he said Putin was the president of Ukraine, which, I mean, obviously they've been at war for 2 years. I mean, again, I'm a layman as far as politics go, but I know that. I'll put that in the bank.
I feel like he knows who he's talking about when he says these things. Like in his head, he's probably picturing the right person, but he's saying the wrong name.
He's just old, and I mean, like people mix their stuff up constantly. Like everybody does it, but when it's the president of the United States of America,
need to be a little more polished.
It's a little different, yeah.
So just because we never talked about this, Joe Biden's 81 years old. He's 81 years old. I had a grandmother that lived to be 85, but most of them died at 80, 81.
Sure.
So he's 81 years old. How old is Donald Trump? Donald Trump is 78.
Yeah, I was gonna say late 70s. Yeah.
So so like he's the younger of the two options. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah, we've talked about there's got to be
President Trump.
There's got to be other options at this point. And we haven't said it yet, but throughout the broadcast, we may say, make sure to visit the Let Freedom Ring page to comment
listed.
live.
It's even listed.
Did you post it with the subtitle again?
The link. So
Lovely.
if you should know to go there. What are we doing? Now I'm not, like I've said this on the show, I'm not seeing a lot of people post
I think
on
everybody's
Facebook.
just over it.
I think everybody's like legit over it.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen as we get close, like in the fact that they even debated, like I said, we know who each of them are.
Yeah,
they're both like just kind of like a brand name, right?
Exactly.
It's like,
that's exactly it.
Like what?
I mean, at some point, like they've got to pull him out. Like, if the Democrats want to win, I feel like continuously putting him out there and him messing things up, just you're definitely not winning votes, right? Like, you're gonna get people
No.
that are, on the fence to
Well, that's an election, right? Because a lot of people already decided,
right,
they just vote Republican and vote Democrat. You're trying to
sure,
hit those people in the middle. And so, really, this election is going to be based on, do I dislike Donald Trump enough to vote for Biden, or
right,
do I think that Biden is just not coherent enough, so I vote for Trump?
right, yeah,
That's what it feels like.
it's just
Someone in Texas legally changed their name to literally anything else is rubbing.
it's I feel like she probably meant running right there. There it
Running,
is. Yep,
running,
yep.
rubbing.
Rubbing is that's
Whoa,
yeah,
family
that's a
show
different.
here. Family show.
Ooh, there it
Whoa.
is. Family friendly. Yeah,
Um, I
yeah.
mean,
Literally anyone else at this point. I mean,
I don't know what we're doing. So really, I
no,
think this election just comes down to which party you want to have the presidency.
guess so.
I think you still have your like but they've dwindled, like the hardcore Trumps that
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like Trump or nothing. This guy is the second coming of, you
Yeah,
know,
no, I mean, I feel like everybody still, believes in their beliefs, but I think we said it last show that it's just people are posting stuff less because
it's not,
just
what's there to be
the
invested
wells
in?
dried up. Yeah, I mean, it's like everybody's just seeing the same stuff for 6 years at this point. Like, everybody's over it. Everybody's over it. I'm certainly over it.
President Putin. Yeah, yeah. It's just, it's
Exactly.
what's like
President of Ukraine, Putin. Exactly.
yeah, and I
Like,
get like fumbling and confused names and all that. He's 81 years old.
exactly. No, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. I
Like,
get it. I understand it. But, like, as the president of the United States of America, you
well,
have to take it on you to make sure that you're saying at least the right effing names
my
to
thing
the
is
world.
like the Democrats or whoever's running the show. I don't even know who's like the head of the party, or you consider the head of the party right now. What do we do? Like, what were they doing in the last 4 years?
Right. Yeah.
Like, what were they doing in the last 4 years? They like, even if let's just say Biden like was an amazing president, wouldn't you have said like, but it's time for retirement? Like, retirement age
Right.
used to be 65, which it's not anymore
Sure.
really. But so
Right. Yeah.
he's like well past that.
Yeah.
So
Very well past
nobody,
that. Yeah.
there was no like, because I remember when he won in 2020, I was like, okay, so like Harris will uh run in 4 years from now. Like, I just figured like either her or somebody else or something. I thought like the whole plan was like, we're gonna beat Trump,
Right.
right? And then
Yeah.
they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, they beat him. They've had 4 years to figure something out, and they didn't.
They ain't figured nothing out. Yeah. Exactly. I think they were banking on the whole Trump, lawsuit thing and all that sort of stuff, but that sort of blew up in their faces, and here we
Well,
are.
yeah, I mean, and no one contested him on the other side
Yeah.
because
Right.
he does in that party. Trump really does have his base, and I don't even know, man.
Well,
I
again,
don't
it's
know.
the brand. It's the brand. I mean, it's Trump. It's the symbol. It's his name that you see
Yeah,
on the posters and you see on the signs, and people that want to vote for him are going to want to vote for him no matter what. So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I think we're all in for it in a few months.
Yeah, and I just, it is what it is. Like, I know that people have said, and I don't disagree. They're like, if it goes one way or another, like you could see some drastic things changing. But like, things have already happened, right? Like, we didn't
Hmm.
think Roe versus Wade was going to get overturned, and it did.
Right. Yeah.
And but
Yeah.
that's not even at this point though. Like, a lot of things that people are arguing, it's already done. Like, it's a conservative Supreme Court.
Right.
Like, that was
Yeah.
done before when Trump was president the first time. So it's like
Exactly.
those are lifetime appointments.
Which is just crazy to me. I mean, that whole system just blows my mind. Like, how can somebody have that job for their entire life
For
or
their
life
entire
that
life.
it just
Well,
I
you
don't
gotta
get
think it's 2024. It's like, we're not re-examining things, and it's very tough that a small group of people can make the laws of the land, right? That can
right,
overturn things, and I mean, Trump got like 3 picks in there. Got like
right,
3 picks
yeah,
during that administration.
yeah, yeah,
So Yeah, like I don't
Mm.
know, man. This is silliness.
It's just crazy. It's just,
It's
you know,
just
I've said it 100 times. It's like we're living just some fictional story. It's just
yeah.
blows my mind. Blows my mind.
In the history of our country's had a lot of ridiculous things, and you know that's part of that's living in America, baby. Like, and
And
there's
this is where we're at now. Exactly.
it could be much worse. Honestly, it could,
Sure. Yeah.
but you know, there is nothing on either side. Like, I just want to say, like, if you are in your early 20s, right, where you really start to develop, you know, your political beliefs
Mhm.
and your like sort of your political identity, there's nothing for those kids right now. There's no one to really get behind. There's
Right.
no
Yeah.
one that on either side that I think inspires young people anyway. So that vote,
Yeah.
I don't see them coming out.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a good call. Yeah. Who are the young people gonna vote for?
I don't think they'll vote.
Well,
I
that's the
just don't
thing.
think they
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, we should vote for Crayon Dude checking in all the way from Seattle.
Oh,
Uh,
big fan of crayons, huh?
no, his last name sounds like that. His first name's Rob. Great guy. Because they realize they screwed either way. Yeah, I mean but there's nothing inspiring about either one of them.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
feel like when we were growing up, people got inspired. And I'm not saying like, but like when you're young and you're impressionable, like
Yeah.
people were Bill Clinton's
There
playing the
was more
saxophone
passion. Yeah.
on
Right.
Arsenio
Yeah.
Hall.
Yeah.
You
There was
know,
passion there. There was all the
pe-
Obama posters, all the
yeah,
Al Gore stuff, the Bushes, all that. And
like either side of the equation, like they felt inspired and fired. I mean, and to some
right.
degree, like Trump still has that, but like those people have like they're just so fully off the rails that I just don't think that's like young people.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think like
Hmm.
I don't think there's like a lot of people in their early 20s are like, yeah, I like don't. They don't remember the 80s. They don't remember The Apprentice.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
definitely don't remember the
they
80s if
don't.
they're in their early 20s.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, think about it.
Yeah.
If you were born in 2000, you're 24 right now.
Right.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you don't I don't think the youth is gonna show up. The new UK prime minister is not that interesting or inspiring. Yeah, yeah, no, and that
The
happens.
whole
That
world's
happens.
in trouble, I guess, right?
You know, I mean, I think people are like also like after COVID, I think people are a little fed up with politics and
Yeah, for sure.
it's been in your face more than ever because social media is so big and everybody has a voice, like this
Hmm.
show at any time, and
Right.
I think people get exhausted, and I don't know. I'm not putting any energy into this.
I've been
You
over
know,
it my entire life. I've never enjoyed politics and voting and all that sort of stuff. So,
I was more. I mean, as someone, I think U.S. history is like very fascinating because
mm,
we're not. When you look at world history, there's so much, but U.S.
yeah, yeah.
history is so easy to follow because it's
Mm,
not as long.
it's only a
And
few
if you
hundred
look at
years now.
yeah, and if you look at the progression of our country, it's kind of a wild experiment, this wild ride of America, and
Hmm.
you know that's why we're called Left
Yep,
Free to Bring. That's why it's
that's
bringing
right.
free thoughts. Yeah.
Mm,
So, all right. But anyways,
there
let's
it
see how
is.
November goes.
Yep, there we go.
I got to talk about this. So Hawk Tuah girl, we've talked about her. Um, she's fame. She's getting a lot of fame. She's getting some paid appearances. Talking about moving to LA. Now, see the guy with the microphone there.
Hmm.
I don't know what the name of their show
Couldn't
is
tell you.
or anything. Hold on, Trump will likely win because yeah, it's more controversial. Yeah, yeah, maybe, but that's not like I guarantee you that 18 to 25 don't give a shit about illegal
Right.
immigration. They don't. Um, but I want to get back to this.
They care about the Hawk Tuah girls who they care about because I certainly do too.
the guys that did the interview feel like they're not getting credit for this. What'd you think of that?
I didn't know that until you said that, but I mean I get it. I get it. It's their it's their video or whatever, but I mean it was all her. I mean, I feel like you gotta give the kid credit and let her roll with it. You know,
You didn't ask anything like crazy.
right,
You asked a very basic question about
right,
men, and she just said, "I'm going to say
yeah,
something ridiculous," and
right.
she didn't know she was going viral.
No, she
I
did
want,
not. No.
I say to these guys, I'm like, dude, you didn't
Yep.
do anything that great.
Yep. She was my pick for best week ever on our Tuesday broadcast, by the way, that midweek broadcast a week and a half ago. Her fame had been dying, but I don't know if you've seen her on the Twitter and the Instagram, but now she's actually out there like doing stuff now. So she's
Oh man,
actually taking hold.
Megan McVicker jumping in the comments.
Give
She
who? The
say
guy? Who's
she
she?
said she's saying if anything she owes them, she can give them a couple hot twos. Oh my!
Megan
Did not
McVicker.
expect that from the McVicker household.
Family friendly. Yeah.
I don't think she owes them anything. I don't think she owes them anything. If these
Well,
guys were stars and their show or whatever it is they did
yeah,
was that good, then they would have had their
right.
own fame.
Yeah. I mean, I think she I don't think she owes them, like money or anything, but I mean, if they weren't doing it, she wouldn't be where she was. So
No,
I think she owes them in
a
the
shout
grand
out.
scheme of things, sure, but like if she's her own entity now and she's her own social media character and all that, then that's all on her.
And Crayon Deuce, if you don't hawk to it, I don't want to talk to you. Man,
Exactly, right?
this again,
Yep,
family
yep.
friendly show. We know how Crayon Dude dates now.
Clever rhyme, but
I gotta say, I don't think I think they want credit from the media because I
yeah,
think these guys probably take themselves serious as like a media type of thing,
sure,
interviewing
yeah,
strangers.
yeah.
End of the day, though, you asked a
You're not,
simple question and she made it
yeah,
funny.
you're not Matt Lauer. This isn't Good Morning
Well,
America.
you don't want to be Matt Lauer. You don't want to be Matt Lauer. We can't talk about Matt
Oh,
Lauer. Matt
Matt
Lauer is as
Lauer,
canceled as they can.
I forgot about that.
Dude, he was sexually harassing people for years.
Okay, don't be Matt Lauer
Years.
then. Yeah, I
Don't be
forgot
Matt Lauer.
about that.
Be a Brian Gumble. I think he's got a clean
Carson
image.
Daly, is he?
He's
He's good,
still
right?
around.
Yeah.
I
Didn't he like take over Good Morning America or something? I
Carson
don't
Daly
know.
made the morning show because I know like
I could have
he
sworn
was
he
on
did
like
that. Yeah.
the C show for years
Yeah.
on like one
Yeah.
of the state like after Tonight Show, The Late Show. Here's
Right.
Carson Daly. It's 2:00 in the
Oh,
morning.
did he have his own like 2:30 show?
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I could have sworn that I saw him on like like
maybe he's been
Today or Good
promoted.
Morning America or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's been promoted, but like, dude,
Mm,
I gotta say, if you ever see like the Dark Side of the '90s TRL?
I have not. No.
I
No.
highly recommend. Vice does these. They have Dark Side of the Ring, where they have
I've seen.
Dark
Yeah,
Side,
I've seen some of them. Yeah.
Dark Side of the
Love it.
'90s, Dark Side of comedy, Dark Side of the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I think this one was actually early 2000s, and they
Sure.
did the TRL. And man,
Yeah.
I remember just like that was the thing to do
Dude, TRL was the
after
biggest
school.
thing in the world for like 2 or
Yeah,
3 years. You had to watch TRL when you got home from school because
yeah.
Fred Durst would show up, Eminem would show up. You never know who was going to show up.
Britney Spears and all, and the thing was like the boy bands would win every night until
Right.
finally like Korn broke through. And we're all like, I was a fan of Korn, but I'm not a death metal guy. Like that's as
Like
hard as I
Korn was
go.
my first concert. Korn and Stained. Shout
Oh,
out Sean Traxel. When was Sean
Sean
Traxel
Traxel.
and his dad and another guy? Yeah. Yeah,
That,
first concert, Korn. Yeah.
wait, was that the Family Values tour?
It was not Family Values. No, because Family Values, that was more like a festival sort of thing, I
That
think.
was
With
like
yeah, that was them. That was like Limp Bizkit, probably like like Ozzy
I had that
Osbourne. Like
CD. It was
yeah,
banger.
it was yeah. No, this was they were touring. I think it was the Issues album.
Oh, yes, and
Yeah,
I
and it
did buy
was
that.
when Stained had like just come on the scene, so like they were still they were getting big. So it would have been like 99, 2000 probably.
99, yeah. I had
Yeah,
that issue, the Issues album too, if you remember, like that was
oh yeah,
fan art. They had the
yeah.
fans pick
They
the
had all the
album
different
cover.
CD covers. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That
Yeah.
was the first Korn album I bought. Like I actually went to the store and bought, and
Mm.
then like a year later, I was like, I gotta buy Life is Peachy.
Yeah, I had Life is
and
Peachy. Yeah,
that
Adidas.
that's their best. That
Corn
was
was
their
good.
best.
Corn was good. I still pop them on every now and then. I've been going through a sort of a late '90s metal sort of stuff on Spotify with Corn and Limp Bizkit and
That was a good.
some of the others.
That was a good time. Limp Bizkit and Corn. Did you now? I don't want to go too off the rails here, but
Oh,
I gotta
we're off
ask.
already, baby. Let's just keep riding it. What do you
Did
got?
Dan was corny during that phase?
Yeah, was he?
Play
A lot
on
of black.
words.
What a
No, I never did that. I've been an R&B kind of guy my whole life,
yeah,
but
right.
like I
Yeah,
did, listen to that stuff once in a while. But
of course.
what was it? Oh, Woodstock '99.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I actually we did an episode of this on Let Freedom Ring where we had an actual person that was at Woodstock '99. But did you see
Oh,
that?
yeah,
How
of course.
like I didn't realize how wild that concert was. And when you think about that many people with those
Yeah.
riffs, like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, yeah.
what were they thinking? Like that was never going to be a good
Completely
idea.
mismanaged. Yeah, that was the late '90s at its all-time low. I mean, I never saw like the documentary because I feel like there was like a doc that came out in the last couple of years. I don't know if it was Netflix or
Netflix, and there was
Vice. Was it
another one.
Netflix? Yeah,
HBO did one
yeah.
too, I
I
believe.
haven't watched them or all. I mean, I remember seeing it live
Dude,
on probably TRL and that sort of stuff. Like,
yeah, they showed like highlights, but I
yeah,
remember like waking up to school on Monday and hearing the news that like the fires started during the Red Hot
right.
Chili Peppers, but I didn't know like the firsthand accounts. Like I didn't really follow it that closely.
Hmm.
Dude, that was a full-on riot.
Yeah, and they didn't have enough
It was a
supplies. Like, didn't
full-on
they not have
riot.
water? People were just
Water. They were
pooping
in poop.
everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah,
just poop,
the
poop water.
toilets were
Yeah,
flowing.
yeah.
Um,
Hey, we learn from our mistakes, right? That's America right there
well,
for you.
I mean, dude, they could never do another one. Not with that type of music. Because if you look at the
Mm.
first Woodstock, where still bad things happen. Like it was like, we love everybody. You can't have
Peace and
breaks.
love. Yeah,
You
right.
can't have break stuff with 10,000 people.
Yeah, yeah.
TRL was so big back in the 2000s.
Absolutely was.
It was every day, man. And I mean,
Yeah.
I remember
Did you
like
ever call in and vote? Did you ever?
I don't think so.
I
I
feel
think
like I probably did.
I may
Yeah.
have, maybe I did one time,
Some of
but
those
like
heated Limp Bizkit and sync battles. I feel like I had to
I mean,
step up for Fred Durst. You know.
I'll say this: after when 9/11 happened,
Oh, jeez.
every station was news, and TRL. I think Dave Chappelle made a joke about this, where TRL was on, and they said, "We have Ja Rule on the phone. Ja Rule, what do you think of what's going on right now?
They were and Ja Rule was there, was their 9/11 expert.
Don't ever tell Jesse death metal." Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's death metal. Yeah, TRL, man, that was like
Mm-hmm.
the 90s, early 2000s were like that was like the
Greatest time
best
of our
time,
it was. It was.
you know.
We
And
were transitioning into a whole new era and music was great, TV, movies, all that. It was just
wrestling was great.
we were just at the right age. We were in our early teens, you know.
Yeah,
You
in
know,
middle
early
school
to
is like
mid
where
teens.
middle school is where you're starting to get rebellious, you're
Oh
developing your
yeah,
personality, and we
sure.
got, we got DMX. We on the flip side, we got Britney Spears, we got the Limp
Mm-hmm.
Bizkit, we got Eminem. Like it was
Everything. It was everything that you would want. It really
it,
because like music's not like that anymore, right? Like
no,
you don't have
no,
that mix of boy bands and punk and that new metal with mixed in with your just solo artists, your
dude.
group. Like it was
I don't know
everything,
what
man.
music is today. Like it's rare that there's anything that comes on that I've never
Taylor
heard
Swift
before.
and who
And
knows?
and that's why she's a huge star now because there's not a lot of competition. And I'm
Right.
not against T Swift in any way, but like,
Mm.
who's the other megastar? Beyonce? Like,
Yes.
Oh,
I was watching that the
wow!
other night. The bum song or
My
whatever
bum,
it was. Remember that?
my
My
bum is
bum
on
is on the
Swedish.
man. Yeah, it's
Swedish.
Swedish. I
Uh,
forgot that existed until I just randomly scrolled across that the other night.
I
Him and Andy Milanakis. Remember
Yeah.
Andy
Oh my God.
Milanakis?
Yeah, he looked like a
Yeah.
child, but he was like
Put,
25.
put cheese on my head, but don't call me a
I'm a
cheese head. Yeah,
cheesehead. Yeah,
that kid. He's
dude.
something else.
Well, the wild thing about like Tom Green, Daddy,
Jackass.
would you like some sausage? Yes.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Yeah, Freddie
got fingered, which was
There it is.
just really hard to
All that in the
watch.
theaters. Yeah, I think Brian Simon,
Yeah,
his mom, took us to that. Yeah.
She must have been mortified.
Oh, I'm sure she was.
She must have been
Yeah,
mortified.
that was something else.
But Tom Green, yeah, then it was like, okay, now we're gonna do Jackass, and these guys are
Yeah.
gonna take their stunts to a whole nother level.
Dude, that was just good
Yeah.
TV, man. That was when MTV just ruled the world.
Yeah, it was. I must say in my head more. I admit, Daddy, would you like some sausage? It was, dude. Honestly,
More.
MTV in that late '90s, early 2000s, like just never missed. Yes, the Bum Bum song. My bum is on the Swedish.
I completely forgot that song
Swedish.
existed. I follow Tom Green on Instagram. He does all sorts of
Yes.
stuff on Instagram. I just totally.
Freddie Got Fingered was
Totally.
hilarious. It honestly, like parts of it were, but then like when I watched that movie, but you gotta understand, like I think Freddie Got Fingered came out like in 2001. Don't quote me. Someone can check that.
That sounds about right.
And
yeah.
I felt like Tom Green was already on his decline when that movie came out.
I mean, yeah, he was probably around for a couple of years before he got the Hollywood movie, you know. So
and he was like dating like Drew Barrymore at the time, if you remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Good for Tom Green, huh?
But the other thing was he got testicular cancer and when he was doing the show.
Oh my God, I forgot
Remember
about that. Yes,
there was so many things happening with Tom Green. Glenn,
Wow, how did
Glenn?
Glenn?
His-
Oh, that was his buddy with the
co-host.
glasses,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, his like co-host. Oh man,
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch some old Tom Green because I totally forgot about that. Even the testicle thing. And then his quick little
Thank you,
part in
Kevin.
Road Trip was a classic
Road trip.
too.
He's Austin,
Austin,
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's the University of Austin, Massachusetts. Good for him.
Tom
Good
Green had
for
a
him.
cameo. Yes, when he was dating Drew Barrymore. Yeah, Tom Green, like, dude, he had a very
2001.
solid.
You nailed it on Freddie Got
Yes.
Fingered, by the way.
Okay,
Yeah. Well
because
done.
like the height of his popularity was 98, so now that's like 3 years removed. He puts the movie out, and I felt like he tried too hard in that movie to be funny.
Yeah.
And he probably thought some of that stuff was brilliant, and there's probably people that thought it was.
Oh, sure. You
But
probably couldn't say no to Tom Green at that point. Like if Tom Green wanted to
No.
do something, you're like, yeah, Tom Green's gold. Yeah, Tom Green's gonna make us the dollars.
The crazy thing about Tom Green, that was public. It started as public access
In
television
Canada, right? Yeah. Huh.
and MTV was like, this is what we need. But like, dude, they like MTV, like I don't know what happened, but like
It's just ridiculous now, is all it is. It's just that skateboard guy. That's all.
I couldn't tell you. I don't even know if they have VJs anymore.
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's that. It's the Real World Challenges 24/7.
I don't even think they're doing that anymore. I will say this though, the Real World.
Real was dope.
Jersey Shore happened, yeah, and that was
Jersey,
like I was fading out.
Yeah, you're mid to late 2000s. Yeah.
The first couple Real Worlds, I was in first grade watching the first one.
Was that New York or was that San Francisco?
The first one in New York.
Yeah,
and
right.
I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Like growing up in New Hampshire, and I was in first grade. I can't believe I was watching that, but like
right.
the stuff that they had going on in that show with, there was the first show that had like real gay people in the show, racial tensions in the show, like there was some real shit going on in that.
It was the real world.
Couple.
Yeah. Absolutely.
MTV shows a bunch of old
great.
movies. Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Just a bunch of like they did like the Scream series like 10 years ago that I sort of watched. But like, or if you remember like the second Real World where they brought Pedro in.
Yeah.
And he had
AIDS, right? Yeah.
And he didn't even get to see the show come out. Like he died before it.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah. I mean, I probably would have remembered that 20 years ago, but yeah.
Well, that's 30 years ago.
Right. True.
30 years ago. 31
was that the season
years
with
ago.
Puck? Was that
Puck?
Yeah, that was San Francisco, I believe.
Was
right?
it? Yeah, and there was
I think he was like a bike
Pedro.
messenger.
Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite. There it is.
Yeah, now we're fast forwarding 10 years there, but Puck was like the antagonist of Pedro
Yeah.
who was like dying of, like he was like a real villain, like real life villain. And
Right.
he really like, even when he died, they did the reunion show and they were like, Puck, get out of here. Like the guy died and you're still not dropping this.
Classic
know?
Puck, huh? Yeah.
But
Good times. Good
man,
times.
I miss
I
really.
don't know
really
how we got to Puck, Pedro, Real World, all the way from
we're making the
the Hawk
connections.
Dua girl, you know,
Thi-
like
That's
that is
bringing in a free thought.
that
That's
is
bringing in a free
free
thought.
freedom right there. I'll say.
I kind of forgot about this, but I was listening to. I randomly had NPR on in the car. But I usually like flip out of it, but it had me a little hooked here. Alec Baldwin's trial is going on now. You hear about this where they thought it was a prop gun.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like, and I guess like he was like a
I think I
producer
saw that
on
it got the trial got thrown out at this point. Like he's
like, was that today? Because a
I
day
think
ago it was
so.
not.
I think I
Unless it got
saw
thrown
that.
out
Yeah.
today.
I feel like I just saw that.
I
Yeah,
just
could-
don't like. I just look at this as this. If I was an actor and I was on a movie set, I would assume you didn't give me a real gun.
Right. Yeah. No.
Great photo of
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
This is him in the courtroom right
Yeah.
here.
Breaking news like 3 or 4 hours ago. They threw it out.
Okay, like to me, I didn't think that there was. I'm sure that he feels, and I don't know.
How is that in any way his? I mean, I don't want to get into. I mean, rest in peace. Whoever passed. And it's horrible. It's a tragedy. But how is that in any way his?
How does a real
fault?
gun?
Yeah.
You know what the crazy thing is about this? You ever seen The Crow?
Yeah.
Brandon
Yeah.
Lee?
Yeah. Same thing.
Brandon Lee is about to project himself to maybe have not the career that his father had, but to be a star.
Yeah.
And he gets shot filming that.
Right.
How does this happen again?
Right. Yeah.
How does why are there real guns on a movie set?
No idea. I don't understand
I just
it.
don't understand.
I mean, okay, I get real guns, but why is there a real bullet in there? Like you would think. I don't know anything about guns. I'm not a gun guy. I've never shot a gun. I don't really know
Pew pew.
how.
Someone wants someone dead. Oh, Megan thinks there might be more to this.
Ulterior motives.
I'll tell you what, the Brandon Lee thing.
Yeah.
I don't know the full story, but I think someone wanted to kill him.
I feel like that. Yeah, I feel like that was always the belief with that.
That someone was out to get him?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Because I mean,
tragic.
I don't know who his father had rivals or something. It's like, how do you make The Crow, which is obviously become an iconic movie, and the fact is like,
they're redoing that. I don't know if you've seen that.
Really?
Yeah, with one of the Skarsgårds. I think the one that played played Pennywise. I think.
I like that guy's good.
Yeah, all those Skarsgårds are good.
So, what do you think? The Alec Baldwin thing just.
Yeah, I'm glad it got thrown out because I don't really agree that it was his fault. I mean, I don't know.
No reason why a real bullet should be there doesn't add up. I agree with Megan.
Right.
Like, in both situations.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get if there's a real gun just for whatever, if you got blanks in it or whatever, but.
Dude, you're not putting. If I'm on a movie set, I'm not a movie star in any way. Maybe I look like one, but
guns, Jaws.
You are not pointing a real gun at me. No goddamn way.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I just don't understand how that could have got on set.
Yeah.
The Brandon Lee, like, I don't want to keep bringing it back to that. There's probably something more to that I'm not aware of. I feel like that was a murder.
I feel like there was a bunch of stuff that went haywire with that production. I feel like there was like scaffoldings kept falling or something like that. Like there was other accidents on set, something along those lines.
All kinds of weird. I mean, it's a dark movie, but then it's like darker to look back on and be like, "Yo, Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee, is sorry, we don't swear on the show. Was killed."
God, yeah, right.
Family show,
family friendly.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill him. Probably didn't.
I'm sure he didn't.
I bet he wanted to.
I don't think Alec Baldwin did it, but he might have. He might have had something to do with it.
There was a lot of people though that were like, Alec Baldwin should have known gun safety and all this. I go, he's an actor,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Yeah. But
Um,
it's rest in peace, and it's tragic. And I mean, and at
I-
the same time, like, you gotta feel for Alec Baldwin. Like, horrible, horrible, horrible accident. He's
he's
got
got
to
to
live
live the
with
rest
that
of
for
his
the rest
life.
of his life. You know, like have a little bit of sympathy. You know, it just
That's the
like I've
internet
seen.
age.
Well, that's the thing. Like I feel like months ago, I saw some lady, sorry, like getting in his face on the street or in like a coffee shop or something like that, filming him, like trying to ask him questions about it and all that. Like it's like come on, man, give the dude a break.
I saw a lot of, and this is what kind of irritated me, but like, just people I know, like posting this stuff because Alec Baldwin's been very critical of Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, sure,
So
yeah,
I did notice a lot of people that the still diehards of Trump
yeah.
supporters
Mm.
were like, he should have known, blah blah blah. I was like, whoa, 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 like guys, like
You can't put that
God,
on him.
you
Yeah,
know, but
insane,
he,
insane. But yeah, it got thrown out, so he's a free man,
I mean, I thought it should have been. I mean, I again,
right?
whoever handed the person that handed him the gun or the person that messed up, they are in jail.
Right. Oh
They
yeah. Okay.
they
The
are in
the
jail.
ammunition expert or whatever,
Whoever
or
is
the
there is a
armor.
person that is in jail over this.
Hmm.
So I mean, I'm
Well,
not saying it shouldn't have gone to
negligence.
court.
Right.
That's the next. Like if, yeah. I mean, I don't know how else to say this. Like if you're an actor
Tragic.
and someone hands you a gun and he's used fake guns in movies before, you're not gonna
Sure.
think that
Yeah.
thing is loaded.
Right. Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So maybe if guns had more laws, this wouldn't happen. I mean, but like maybe not for this movie. Like, why is there a real gun on the movie set? That
Yeah.
is like the number one question of like that should have been the first thing is like, hey, no real guns on set,
I don't
no
understand it.
real
Yeah.
bullets on set.
Mhm.
It's 2022 when this happened.
Right. Yeah.
We have the production. I mean, they've been making movies since the like for 100 years.
Right. It's been a long time. Yeah.
You know, like I'll never understand this.
Yep.
Never understand this.
Yep.
Got to bring this up, and I know you're a big fan of his. I know Megan's a big fan. John Cena has announced his retirement from wrestling. He is sort of superseded wrestling at this point. You know, he's Hollywood. He's not on the level of Hulk Hogan. And for the people saying that, stop. He's not Hulk Hogan.
I don't
Guns don't
know.
kill people. Don't need more laws. Need less. Yeah, I think that's too simple, though, Kevin. I don't know what the answer is. And anybody
That's a
that's claiming
topic
that
for a
they
different
know,
day.
yeah, I think I just don't. I don't know the specific answer to that. I don't think a lot of people do, and I think there's a lot of difficulties with it. But that's another one of those like the abortion and the guns. Like everybody's like, yell at you. I don't
Yeah.
agree. You know what I mean? It's like
Right.
I'm just a guy. I'm not an expert on
I'm
gun
just a guy
safety.
too, man. That's how I feel. 24/7.
You
I'm just a guy. Just get off my back.
But yeah, I definitely don't want to be killed by gun violence myself. But
Or John
yeah,
Cena for that matter.
or John Cena. Good way to segue here. John Cena is going to retire at the end of next year. He's going to wrestle for a full year, but John Cena is going to retire. Excited to have him back full time. He has been doing the movie things. It sounds like a lot of stuff he's done is starting to knock it out of the park, and he's in his late 40s now. Anything you want to say about John Cena?
I like him. I mean,
He's
he's a great character and he's a good actor. Like you say, he's not on the level of Hulk Hogan. I feel like
as popularity wise, I think that Hulk Hogan is more of an icon in pop
sure
culture
because
than John
he's
Cena.
been around longer and all that sort of stuff, and he was one of the big action people of the '90s. I get it, but as far as like John Cena, like Hollywood, that sort of stuff, he's definitely made more actual. That's clever. She knows
Yeah.
what she's talking about. He's I don't know. I feel like he's definitely a better actor. I think
Better
out of like
actor.
all the wrestlers, I mean, he's better actor than The Rock.
The Rock though
Yeah.
is now more famous than for movies than wrestling. I think. Ever seen seen that movie? I don't know the name. I'm trying to find a kid. He's trying to find a kid. He was in that movie, great movie, Blockers, where he
Right.
didn't want
He was
his
trying to find his
lose
daughter
virginity.
because I feel with that.
Is he getting 17? Maybe.
Why?
Well, he's tied with
How?
Flair.
I know, but against like from who? Like
I
doesn't
mean, there's
make
2
any.
titles. They could easily put the world title on him if they want to keep that WWE with like guys like Cody and Roman or
Like, I
whoever.
feel like that's something like Vince would do though. Like I feel like you don't, they've been doing all this. You're getting all the young guys up. You're getting Cody in there. You're getting your Damian
Cody's not a
Priest.
young guy.
Well, no, yeah, but
Yeah, Roman's not a young guy.
yeah,
They're
no, I
veterans.
agree. I
Yeah.
hear you. But like just to put it on John
Well,
Cena,
we don't know
just
what
to
this.
give
We
him
don't know
a number.
any of this. We don't know any of the
Right.
stories that are going to be told in this next year.
True.
We just know it's the end. Maybe he does.
Yeah.
They had to ask her in the press conference, "Are we going to finally see you turn heel?" And obviously, he's going to answer that question is probably not.
Yeah.
I feel like they missed the boat on that.
Well, I feel
Not
like
that
he's
it
one of
matters.
those characters that you don't need a true heel. I mean, because people love John Cena or they hate John Cena. They do the back and forth chants. Let's go Cena. Cena sucks. You like to
Yeah.
hate him, or sort of like a Kurt Angle almost.
Well,
Uh,
and that's why he's not on the level of Hulk Hogan, in my opinion, because Hulk Hogan had everybody eating out of the palm of his hand. John
sure.
Cena was split for the whole time because some people just felt like you are forcing me to like John Cena, and I don't
Yeah.
want to like
Right.
John
Yeah.
Cena.
I definitely didn't like John Cena. Like I feel like again he was in that sort of phase where I just wasn't watching wrestling. Like I don't even know, like who were his
Oh,
rivals? Like, was it
yeah, I can
CM
see that.
Punk? Was it? I have no idea who he was even head to head
Steve,
with.
Edge,
There's-
Punk,
Yeah,
everybody,
Edge. Okay.
Batista,
Yeah,
Orton, Miz, Daniel
but
Bryan,
he's not on the level of your Rock and Austin, though. Like
12
there's
rounds. That's a good movie. No, but different time periods.
okay. Yeah,
Someone had to take the ball after the Attitude Era. Austin and Rock are gone. It was going to be Brock Lesnar. And then Lesnar said, I'm going to go play football. And then I'm going to get cut from football. And I'm going to do the UFC
sure.
until I'm not healthy enough to be. And then I'm going to come back.
Yeah,
So John Cena picked up the pieces and was the next big thing. But like the thing was, the younger audience that, when I was little, I was a little Hulkamaniac. That was like the C Nation. But now you had everybody that was older that watched the Attitude Era that were like, I don't want this
yeah.
cookie cutter good guy. Cena had the ruthless aggression. He's the first one to, say that after Vince McMahon said.
The prototype is that what his little moniker was there?
He was prototype in OVW. They never used that on the main roster.
No. Okay.
But he, when he debuted, he didn't have the, how it became like the doctor of Thugonomics.
Yeah.
When he first debuted, he didn't really have anything.
Right. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They're gonna, from what we've heard in documentaries, they were gonna fire him, and he was Vanilla Ice on an episode of a Halloween episode, and apparently he was rapping backstage, and Stephanie McMahon said, "Let's try this."
Huh.
And that got over.
Natural progression, huh?
Yeah.
What do you know?
And then
I mean, I when the music hits and he comes out, it's always fun. I mean, he's got one of those like all-time theme songs and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, I'm down for it, but I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I'm happy to have. I'll be happy to have him back, but like, I have to say, like, I've never been like a overly John. I was not part of. John Cena came after when I was in my early 20s. I did like the Doctor of Thugonomics, and then as it went, WrestleMania after WrestleMania of him headlining, and then he becomes this goody two shoes good. We were past that.
Yeah.
That was really good for the kids because obviously when I was a kid, loved Hulk Hogan, but the adults even liked Hulk Hogan then.
Sure.
Cena had the kids and he had the female audience, and that's
Yeah.
But he was selling a lot of merchandise, so they always kept him at the top.
Right. He loves those little towels. That's for sure.
I do have some of those towels.
That you do. Yeah. I
bet.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, if the story is good, I mean, The Rock coming back, I mean, that worked out. Let's see what happens with Cena, I guess, right?
Well, the difference with Rock is you can pivot with The Rock.
Sure.
I don't know if you can pivot with John Cena as simple.
Hmm.
And when I
Yeah.
say pivot, when Rock came back as the good guy and everybody wanted Cody,
Right.
then
yeah.
you actually got the best version of The Rock, the
Yeah,
final
that
boss.
worked out really well. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if John,
Maybe, I mean, did The Rock and Cena ever have a thing? Maybe.
Yes, I was there in
Yeah.
attendance. WrestleMania
Yeah.
29. Yeah. They main evented 2 WrestleManias back to back, but is he the greatest of all time?
John Cena?
Because that's what Triple H said. That's what they're saying.
I mean, again, I'm not a wrestling expert, but no. I mean, it's Austin or The
No.
Rock for me. I mean,
Yeah, for
has to
having
be.
the Make-A-Wishes. Yes, I agree. He was very crazy on that show, but I'd never seen it. I've only heard about it.
Oh, Megan talks about what was that? Total Divas? Is that what
I
it
think the
was?
Bellas
Yeah.
got their own show.
Right. She mentions that a lot. He was a little neurotic and a little
I've seen
OCD.
videos on the old Instagram of him like saying like, I don't remember, like, I'm gonna control your phones while you're here or something weird. But I also think like he's playing up for the camera and let's have John be this. I'm sure he's a little bit like that.
Yeah.
And then they probably pumped it up a little. But
Sure. Yeah.
as far as the greatest of all time, you say no.
No, I would absolutely say no. I would say no.
I think he's one. I think he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Whoa, really?
Or just miss. Well, he took a whole era, but like it's hard for me like to break down. Like for me, Hogan's one. He is. I mean, Terry Bollea might be a trash human being because a lot of people like to throw in, well, he did all this stuff in real life. I go, that has nothing to do with it. How many arenas did he sell out? How much merchandise did he sell out? How hot was he in his era?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. He is a good person, but that's not like the Mount Rushmore. Like, because I want people to like distinguish the difference. So I have Hogan.
Yep.
I have Austin.
Yep.
Those are the first 2 you really have to have.
Yep.
Then everybody after that, that's why I kind of have to have Cena because he led his era.
You don't have Flair up there automatic?
Well, so the fourth one is so the fourth one's where it gets tricky. So I got Hogan in the 80s, Austin in the 90s. Even though Austin's run was very short, it was as hot as anything ever got.
Sure.
So then you throw Cena because he picks up the pieces after the fact, after the Attitude Era is gone. They own WCW. They own everything. John Cena is the next guy. So there's your 3. So now your 4th, I go, well, before there was Hulk Hogan, there was Bruno Sammartino, who really was selling out Madison Square Garden all the time.
Yeah, you're just getting antique on me now. You're getting
I'm just saying he dominated his
throwing
era.
a Bob Backlund there or something, you know?
No, I wouldn't say Backlund. Backlund was not Bruno Sammartino. I didn't watch them in their prime. I know enough to know that Bruno Sammartino was that guy.
Okay.
Then you got to have. Then the debate is it Flair? Because Flair owned the South. He really did. I mean, when Ric Flair was treated poorly in WCW, the fans of Southern wrestling, they rebelled against that. They were not happy with Eric Bischoff. But then you have The Rock, who again, super short run, but like
legendary though.
In a short time, he became bigger than anything.
You're not even mentioning like your Bret Harts, your Triple H's, your Shawn Michaelses, your
because they're not there.
They're not there for you.
Levels of no. For me personally, it's a whole different conversation. But if I have to look at this in reality, right?
Yeah.
Is Roman that it is Roman's era, and he could be debatable at some point.
I mean, Solo Sikoa is the tribal chief from my understanding. I don't know who Roman Reigns is.
I have to give. This is what I would say about Roman Reigns. He main evented WrestleMania after WrestleMania after WrestleMania, but the majority of his career they booed the hell out of him, and it was Vince McMahon telling you Roman Reigns is the guy, but we didn't believe he was the guy. It was painful. And I feel for him as a performer when he's telling him to go say suckering succotash.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. No, the whole head of the table thing. I mean, that that
Well,
worked out. I mean, that was must-see wrestling TV for a while.
the last 4 years of Roman Reigns has been the best of his career, and it's been
Right, yeah.
maybe one of the best runs ever, because I guess you could say his run in that 4 years is probably longer than the popularity of The Rock as an active WWE superstar.
Really? Was it really that short? Like, he feels like it was
96, 97, his real popularity was like 98 to
Yeah.
2001, and then he
Yeah.
was out the door by 2002.
Huh.
So that's like 4 years right
Huh.
there. So, but for Roman, and I don't disagree, I think he is that, but he had so many years of being just, he's the main event, but nobody
Yeah.
wants to see it, and they're booing him
Mm-hmm.
and saying, we don't want this. And then the pandemic happens, he comes back, and they do this whole head of the table, the bloodline, and it becomes like,
They knocked it out of the park.
and
Bam.
he becomes one of the greatest characters in the history of the WWE.
Yep. Now they're saying we want Roman, so
No, I know.
that was
But
great. Yeah.
this is the thing, Scott. This is
Mm.
what the fans would wanted for like 10 years. They wanted this,
Right. Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, Wyndham's hanging out,
Just flapping those
taking it
ears
in.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just hanging out.
But yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't think he's the greatest of all time, but I think he is great, and he probably is on the Mount Rushmore. I
Mhm.
can get down with that, but I think the Mount Rushmore is very difficult. As far as like
Sure.
guys like Bret Hart, very good. Shawn Michaels, very good. But
Mm.
when you're talking Mount Rushmore, you got to talk about who ran the era. Those guys
Sure.
didn't do that.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. Yep.
Let's get into this because I
Mhm.
I posted this on Facebook. Jason
Yeah.
Biggs had said something on Instagram. 25
Right.
years
Yeah.
since American Pie came out. We
Insane.
are old. We are old.
Dude,
We're old men.
So old.
Like,
So old. Like 25 years, a quarter century. It feels like it was just yesterday where I was watching the American Pie movies. Like it blows my mind.
I mean,
Absolutely.
1999 was 25 years ago. Like, I know
Crazy.
I
We're
play
just
softball with people
living in the
that were born
past constantly too.
because the past was better.
Yeah, it really was. But like, what a hell! I mean, that's another one of those things right at that same time of your
What's up, Kendall?
Cruise and your TRLs and all that, where everything was just pushing the limits of what you can do, and American Pie was very much up there. I mean, you had your pie, you know, your bazongas, all that sort of stuff. It was crazy.
Well, there was a lot of hype for this movie to come out, and we talked about MTV here for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure MTV had a good hand in promoting that movie.
Oh yeah,
It's
probably.
not
Yeah.
an MTV film,
Yeah.
but we went the day it came out.
Yeah.
We snuck into Premiere 8. Didn't sneak in because they actually you were 14, and we
Sure.
went and
They
started
weren't
Premiere 8.
checking.
They
They weren't
didn't care.
checking. No,
They
love
didn't care.
Premiere 8. Yeah.
And it really like became that like high school movie
Yeah.
that, you know,
You had to have it on DVD. You had it was if you were sleeping over your friend's house on a Friday or Saturday, you're putting American Pie on or American Pie 2. Love the second one too. Like they started going downhill.
I like the second
American
one better
Wedding
than
and
the first.
on. Yeah, honestly, I feel like the second one holds up a little bit better. But just great cast, you know, top to bottom of hilarious people in that movie. But then when we've been talking about it for a couple of days, I've been listening to the soundtracks for the first two of those movies.
Bangers.
You had your Blinks
Blink
in there.
182. Yeah.
Three Doors Down in the second one.
If I could be like that.
I remember freshman year of college, I was just really depressed for a good 6 months, and I had that song and Bush Glycerine just on repeat. On
Stifler
repeat.
quote.
Exactly. Tonic. You know, it was just some good.
And what's that song? You don't know that one? It's part of the soundtrack. It's like at the end of the rest of the ones, not the original, but
Oh, I know what you're. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, sure. I got you. Yeah. I totally understand what you're talking about. Right
I don't
now,
know the
do.
word any words to
Nope.
that song. I just
Nope.
know how to hum
Nope.
it.
You got the ums and the uhs though. You nailed it. You nailed
I
it.
have to say, like that. So it's a raunchy flick, but there's like a sweetness to it.
Yeah,
And
sure.
I
Yeah,
think that was
yeah,
like the real appeal that people had
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
you
Here's your
know,
quintessential, and again, it was
just feeding
where
Wyndham. I'm here.
it was that 99 early 2000s where we were 14, 15, 16. We were, it was just a good time for us to have that sort of type of movie, because I mean, you get your first one where they're graduating high school, they're going to prom, all that sort of stuff. Then the second one where they're in their first year of college and they're coming back for the summer. It was just like that, like camaraderie
Yeah,
that I
and
think we
like
needed.
and like I remember watching that, being like, is this what high school is going to be like?
Right? Yeah. Right.
Because
Yeah.
technically I was a freshman the next year.
Right.
Even though I was still a Penachuk, but like, yeah, it was just, and it passes the test time. Now, I even when I was a kid, because people are mortified by the hidden camera thing, and I
Mm,
remember as a kid even watching that, thinking that was, even at 14, I thought that was a little problematic when he has the camera
yeah.
filming Jan
Yeah.
Elizabeth
Yeah.
Nadia.
Yeah. Right. Yep. 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 Yeah. I
Like,
never really thought about it. But yeah, that's a little. But I will say, I believe in the first one, he did try to cover it with a T-shirt. I believe he
no, he
threw the
did, because
shirt.
he was going to be on camera, but
It
he
was
was trying to stream it for
oh, that's
Stifler and
right,
Kevin and
because she
Finch
was
to
gonna
watch it.
change. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So
Right. Right.
like
Right.
because a lot of people bring that up, is like that. No, that wasn't acceptable. Like even at 14, I knew that was wrong.
No, it's a lawsuit. Yeah, you can't do that.
Like you
You
can't be
can't do
filming
that.
people
Yeah.
like that. Even as a
Yeah.
kid, I understood. So it was a funny part of the movie, because like everybody, Blink 182's watching and all this stuff.
Sure.
But
Yeah. Look what they
yeah,
do
he
with the
sent the
monkey.
email to everybody.
That's
Yeah,
right. Yes,
he
that's
sent the
right.
email there.
Yeah.
And then it was more to embarrass the Jason Biggs character than anything.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like, because I hear that a lot about that as a criticism, I agree. Like, and I think I agreed
Oh yeah,
then.
it's
Like
messed
that
up.
wasn't,
Totally
you
messed
don't
up.
you
Yeah.
can't do that.
Sure.
But
Yeah. Yep.
sometimes I think people have to realize it is a movie.
Right. It's fiction. Yep. I mean,
It is
Blink
a
182 had a
movie,
monkey, I believe, in that movie, just hanging out with them watching the video. So
and that's when Blink 182 was like
yeah,
skyrocketing.
they were just getting big. Yeah. Yep.
The Enema of the State had just come out. Because I had Dude Ranch in like
Yep.
'97.
Yeah.
Because I saw them in the Sports and Music Festival, which I don't even know why I was watching that.
Okay.
What up, Kevin? And actually, I gotta say this to Kevin too, because I was watching American Pie the other night, and you know how a lot of people like to say the CUCK word these days.
Sure. Yeah.
They like to say that to people.
Yeah.
Stifler said that in the movie, and I didn't hear that word until I was an
Did he?
adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see it. Yeah. Yep. I could see
Is that why
Stifler
you
saying
bought a
that.
pie? That is.
Was it an
He's
American
asking if I.
Pie?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it with American Pie. No,
Huh.
I don't actually. I
Yeah.
never buy pies, to be
What
honest. Rice
characters
popcorn.
in that movie though? Stifler's mom.
Yeah, who's
It's
38?
just
She's 38 at that time.
was she really? I
We
feel
are
like she was
Stifler's mom's
70 in
age.
that movie, but yeah.
Yeah, she
Jeez
was
Louise.
38.
Yeah.
Eugene Levy, you
But
have to, the unsung
that's
hero.
another thing. I mean, that's statutory. Stifler's mom. You can't be doing that with.
He would no, he was 18.
Oh, was he 18? Yeah.
She
Okay. All
says,
right.
why don't you open up the bottle of scotch? It's aged 18 years, like I like it.
Okay.
They were
Gross.
18. They're
Super
about to go
gross.
to. I
Okay.
mean,
All right. Okay.
he was 18. That's still horrible.
Wrong. Yeah.
I mean, it's still horrible. Like,
Yeah.
but to say that now that we are in our later 30s,
It's uncomfortable.
when we're in high school watching that movie, though, we're like, we think that's funny because we don't
The
realize how
funniest
young,
thing that's ever happened. Yeah. Those movies were absolutely hilarious.
you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
it's just really good. And then American Wedding, that's where it starts to go off the rails, because they
No.
didn't have Kevin in it. They
Right.
didn't
Yeah.
have it was Sorora, the
Yeah. I feel like barely any of them came back, didn't it? Wasn't it just
it was no it, that
Stifler,
was
Jason
oh
Biggs?
Tara Reid is absent in that movie.
Wow.
Um,
I
it
forgot
was
Tara Reid was in those too.
yeah,
Like she
yeah,
owned the world for a couple of
a
years,
minute, a minute.
hosting Wild On, you know.
Yeah, she was in Van Wilder too, but um,
Yep.
they did American Wedding. It was more like the Stifler movie, and I think Sean William
Yeah.
Scott was ready to like project himself.
Yeah, he was taken off. It's funny. I
Yeah, no Chris Klein, Mina Survey,
Mina
I
Savari,
Guevara,
yeah, with the
yeah,
forehead. I put on Dude, Where's My Car the other night. I haven't seen that movie in probably 20
yeah.
years, and I turned it off
And
within
then
15 minutes. Yeah, I turned it off within 15 minutes. I could not do
it
it.
was bad.
Like, oh yeah, dude. Oh, that movie does not hold up. They're just so bad. Like I remember that being one of the funniest movies of all time, but
I don't
it does
want to
not
diss
hold up.
Ashton Kutcher, but he was never like that great.
No, yeah.
I mean, he
Yeah.
was Kelso, and that was like, that's all I ever saw him was
Butterfly
like this.
Effect. He was good in the
I
Butterfly
never sat
Effect.
down and watched
Yeah.
that. Loved American.
Yeah.
So Flash poop in the yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
I
yeah.
but like the thing was, I saw the movie in the theater, right?
I was gonna say, I think I saw American Wedding in the theaters too. That was the only one of those that I saw.
Yeah, it was the Stifler movie. It was Jim was
Yeah,
getting married, but it
yeah.
was a Stifler movie. But like not having those other characters, now it didn't feel like American
Then
Pie.
right. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't the
There was just
same.
a
It
lot.
wasn't that ensemble cast of everybody.
So
Yeah.
they wait another almost 10 years, and they put out American Reunion.
Oh, that's right. I don't think I ever saw that.
I think you'd be fine to not.
Okay, good. I won't even bother looking it up.
You
Moving
know,
on. Yeah.
because at that point they're probably supposed to be in their early 30s, maybe.
Yeah.
I would say.
Was that like a 10-year, 15, 20-year high school reunion or something?
Yeah, I
Plot.
forget.
Yeah.
I forget the premise. I have to go back and watch it again, but I don't think it was
Pass.
like. I wonder if they could do another one where now they're in their mid to late 40s, or is the
Man,
ship sailed?
if they do it right, I think it would be hilarious. You know,
Their
if you
kids
actually
are
get everybody back, you
well
know.
now their kids could be in high school. They're about that. That's possible.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if let's say Jim and why can't I think of the band played by the person from How I Met Your Mother? Why can't I think of her name right now? But
Oh yeah, Allison Hannigan.
Allison Hannigan.
Is the actress's name. Yep.
If they got married in 2003, and let's say they had a kid 2 years later, that kid would be 18.
What was her name? Bandcamp.
Oh no, that kid would be older than 18. That kid would be almost 20.
I mean, if they had a kid right, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So their kids might be older than
There's
high
plenty
school
of potential. There is potential out the wazoo for
Michelle.
Michelle. There it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good job. Thank you.
That just came to me out of nowhere.
Yep.
It was like an RKO. Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, it's a clutch movie. I think it's a must-own movie. Then they also did the offshoots of the straight to DVD stuff.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
and then they put like Eugene. So they milked it for like everything that it was worth.
Right. Every piece of that pie was devoured and consumed by the public. Yeah.
But yeah, one of my all-time favorites. Hard to believe 25 years ago.
Wild.
The time's just flying by.
Yep.
I gotta talk about this real quick. Dave Portnoy.
Yeah.
Has been just and I get it. He probably filmed these in one day because someone's like, dude, he's not in the area and blah 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 blah. Yes, one time at band camp. And also MILF is a regular phrase now.
Yes.
MILF has been used for the last 25 years because of this movie.
Yeah, that's a good call. Like, I wonder how, there's got to be something else that American Pie, came up with, because
those are the two. The one time at band camp, you hear people saying that all the time. Scott, hope it wasn't after he put it in the pie.
Yeah.
But MILF, they coined that, and that's just a regular like saying in American culture because of that movie.
Yeah.
Anyways, David Portnoy.
Yeah, there he is.
He has been reviewing a lot in the southern New Hampshire area.
Yeah, he came out in New Hampshire a couple weeks ago, and like you said, he just did it all in one day. Derry,
Yeah.
Nashua. Yeah, it was all over. Yeah.
I don't know if he has any other ones. Like he did Sopranos. He did a place in Nashua I'd never heard of, which I was kind of
Yep.
like, that's lame. I'm from Nashua and I've never even heard of that place.
Right.
Sopranos, I was excited to see.
Yeah.
Then he hit Londonderry. Then he did
He did
Papagino's.
Papa Gino's, huh? That's just. It's funny. Like I didn't realize Papa Gino's was like a more local,
It is good.
you know, regional sort of establishment. I always thought Papa Gino's was like nationwide.
I
You know
don't know.
what? It's completely off topic, but Megan's never had Pizza Hut before. Like it blew
Never had
my
Pizza
mind.
Hut?
She never had Pizza Hut. Like we grew up. I grew up on Pizza Hut. There was a Pizza Hut right on Amherst Street. You know, right?
I remember if we did the book club, we could go
Book it,
over
baby.
there.
Oh, dude, yeah. You read
You
4
know.
books, you get a little pie. Yeah. It
Yeah.
just blew my mind. She never had pizza. Like that stuffed
I
crust,
mean,
man.
the pizza here. So I mean, it's not like Malden is knocking it out of the park more than like.
But there's just no Pizza Huts around there. Like when I started
No.
living down there a couple years ago, I looked it up. Like I had a
Scott, I haven't
craving
been
for
to.
Pizza
I
Hut.
have not been to a Pizza Hut since 2000.
Well, next if I challenge you, if you read 4 books, I'll give you some stickers and I'll go buy a pizza. We'll go to Pizza Hut together.
All right.
Okay.
Please go to Frank Pepe's in Burlington Mall. If I'm ever in the area, like I'm not going to drive there specifically, but if there's a reason I go to the Burlington Mall,
It's not Portnoy going out for pizza reviews.
Yeah. What did you think of the reviews though? Like it seemed like the first place he didn't like Sopranos. I definitely know it. Not a regular there. I can't believe he didn't do espressos. Like I always looked at that as like
I feel
the
like
best
he
place.
goes off recommendations or whatever. He was talking about some app, so there's got to be some like pizza review app where we're giving him stars or whatever, and he's just hitting like the top ones in the area. I don't know, dude. I'm not a Portnoy guy. I never really. He's never really rubbed me the right way. And then I don't know the video of I don't know if you saw this one where he was trying to nail something into like a gate, just using the hammer. I used to work at TJ's. There you go.
Oh my God, you did.
Yeah, I did for a couple of years after
you
college.
and Corey. I forgot all about that.
Me and Corey both ran that place for a couple of years. Yeah. TJ's.
We each had interesting journeys right after college.
Certainly did. We certainly did. But yeah, no, never been a Portnoy fan. So like I'll watch him every now and then, like if I come across him, but
I'm conflicted on Portnoy. Sometimes I like what he says, sometimes I don't. I find him as an entertainer. He's definitely got entertainer written all over him.
Yeah.
Sometimes sounds like he's not the best human being, but whatever. But I do find him entertaining.
Charisma, I'll say that, and he's a success, absolute success. So I can't knock him for that. But I feel like he's sort of a poser. I mean, we talked about it a few weeks back where he left out at the Tom Brady ceremony before Tom Brady got up to go watch, what was it, game 3 of the Celtics or whatever. Like, come on,
not game 7, not a clinching game 3, crumb bum move.
Absolutely.
But I find him, I do find him entertaining. Sometimes I find him not.
He's
but
abrasive.
He's
definitely a little in your face.
I think the Barstool Sports idea was a good idea to have kind of just people talking sports, and then they did other stuff. They branched out, so it's like a big thing. But it's not like I would never wear their merchandise or anything like that.
I did have a the Goodell clown nose.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I had a sweatshirt of those that Megan wore a couple of times. I had that because
I mean, honestly though, Portnoy in the middle of all the Deflategate and all that stuff, he was the voice of the fans in that way.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, he does good things for small businesses. I mean, like
I did donate. I donated to that. I did.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah. I mean, he gives out a good pizza review. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if he gives you a high score, people are gonna go to that pizza place. So.
Whoa!
Friend of the show.
Corey Walker has entered the chat here.
Oh no!
TJ's night manager, former.
Yeah, we were both there, man. Best time of our lives, dude. Just driving around Friday nights, delivering pizza.
Did I ever order from you guys, or was I just too far away from where you would have delivered?
I doubt it. Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have delivered to you anyway. I would have
Well,
put you on the
so
list.
Corey's entered the chat. In the meantime, Kevin and Megan are going back and forth about Woburn, and now we're on to Malden. So
Pizza
apparently,
was
it's good.
good.
Pasta Pizza Malden is best in my old. I was born in Malden. Scott was born in Malden. We have Malden roots, but
hmm Mm.
I,
I'm
I,
not going
I
to Malden
s-
for pizza. It's not a pizza destination, though. I'll tell you that much.
it's not that good.
It's all right, but yeah, I mean, it
Oh,
wasn't.
I
It
was
wasn't Pizza
commenting.
Hut.
Oh, even though
Oh
you hear me.
no! Did he do it? Did
Oh,
he? Is he?
Andrew,
Boo!
he's been commenting on the personal page and has
Oh
been watching.
man!
Andrea with the save.
Oh man! Thank you, Miss
Uh,
Andrea. Oh, you saved the
um,
day.
yes, because me and Megan know the stuff around here sucks. I do have a funny Kevin Lundbaum story here. So Kevin is a Massachusetts guy. I don't remember the town he grew up in, but he recently moved to Nashua,
Okay.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
I hyped up the Garden to him. I know you weren't a huge Garden guy.
Yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
huge Garden guy.
Not my
I
speed.
didn't I didn't know how far they had fallen and gone off the rails. And I was
Sure.
like, dude, these are the best subs ever. It's gonna be great. Like, well, let's go over there.
Set him up for failure.
And it's just fruit flies everywhere. Like
Oh, fruity.
it and the subs weren't that good. And then a year
Yeah.
later, 2 years later, they're out of business. And
Shut it down.
I think the writing was on the wall there.
Literally.
The
Yeah.
fruit flies were everywhere. Like the
Yeah.
writing was on the wall there forever because I remember maybe 2018 they fired all the staff.
Oh,
They
really?
just fired all the staff, and then
Oh.
there was one time I went in there, go to order a sandwich, and the person working the register was like, they're like, oh, he's at the bar at San Francisco Kitchen, he'll be back. I go, what? I was like, what?
That's no way to run a business. TJ's
Yeah.
never would have done that. I'll tell you that much.
Scott took me and Zoe before we moved up here. Almost took Zoe for.
I don't think you would have needed a tetanus shot from.
Is that tetanus?
I mean, there's definitely no B in tetanus, but that was the intent. I
okay.
think. But
Okay, tetanus.
there it is. Yeah.
So you took them to the Garden?
Yeah, we got a sandwich there. I think Zoe got a
Yeah.
hot dog. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, yes, that was like the shtick, though.
Yeah,
Is like the bathrooms were all a mess and everything, but like the sandwiches, they were on ESPN for God's sake. They did a commercial there.
Yeah.
And then they're out of business
Nah,
now.
I was never a big fan, but yeah, it just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't my thing. I don't know.
I love the Garden.
I was a D'Angelo's guy. Give me a D'Angelo's sub.
Okay, see, that's the problem right there.
You're the problem.
Yeah. Anyways, I am disappointed. Dan told me to check out the upstairs. Thought I was gonna fall. Yeah, it did sound like that. Listen, like I'd been going there since I was 15 years old. I spent a lot of time there in my 20s. It just fell apart.
I feel like everything downtown is falling apart. Like I was never a Martha's guy either, but I keep hearing that Martha's is just going downhill.
Is Martha's? I don't know. I would never go to Martha's ever again, especially now that I'm sober. Like there's just no reason.
Yeah.
I was never into the food there. D'Angelo, so you're paying $20 for a small. It's getting.
Yeah, I don't know prices. I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
if it's worth it, gosh darn it.
I do like Subway because it's convenient. It's like if you go to Walmart for groceries, I usually walk out with a sub.
You got to get food from Market Basket nowadays. Have you done
I do the same.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Market Basket, like the hidden gem of the sub world lately. And
I don't get subs there, but they have a lot of pre-made meals all the time.
Yeah, no, you go to the deli, man. You order yourself a cheeseburger and fries for like $3.
Oh,
like
I don't have time.
And it's high quality. You don't have time for okay. All right.
I'm not gonna wait. No, come on. You actually go to Market Basket, you wait in that line, you order food?
Yeah. You put the order in, you go get your groceries, you come back and you pick up your food and you walk away. Yeah. Multitask.
Right.
You don't have to stand there. You're just gonna stand there and wait around forever.
Yeah,
see? There you go.
No, I get it. I usually buy the stuff that's already made, and then I can just grab that and I eat it in my call in advance. Oh, okay. So now we're on that level.
There
of
are options.
Basket.
There are
calling
options.
in advance.
Yeah. Come on, man. Telling you. Go get yourself a $5.99 steak and cheese.
Well,
You won't be
I mean,
disappointed.
I will tell you this. I usually go grocery shopping Monday. I don't work till later on Mondays. Like I work
Yeah.
12:30. So I've gotten into this habit of they have these burritos just ready to go.
Okay.
And I've been grabbing a burrito like every time I go grocery
Burrito to
shopping
go,
anywhere.
a burrito.
It's just
Yeah.
there. I eat it in the
Mhm.
car, and as I'm on the drive home, it's great. It's a great
There you go.
experience.
I'm happy for you, man. If a to-go burrito is making your Monday a little bit better,
That's
then
like the way to start your Monday, just a to-go
yeah,
burrito. And next thing you know, you're ready to do whatever you got to do for the day, and it's just
you're just a
magical.
made man, and you're
Um,
unstoppable on a nice market basket burrito.
Chipotle or I've never been to a California burrito,
I
so
never
I'll
have
go Chipotle.
either. I went through a
I
Chipotle thing for a
I don't
bit,
even know
but
if is there even California burritos around here. I'm not even sure.
couldn't tell you.
I've never even heard of it. Like I've heard of California and I've heard of
Same,
burritos, but I didn't know like they were
clearly.
together as one.
California, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's from
Yeah.
California. All right,
Man, we've really two in
gone
Nashville, one
off
in
the
Hudson.
rails.
Hudson. I didn't
You
even
got
know
to
they
do a
had
burrito
anything.
review, maybe.
Burrito? Okay, we could
Yeah.
possibly do that.
What would you give the market basket burrito? A 7-9?
Oh, I mean,
It's good, right?
a lot of times, like if I hadn't eaten breakfast, that's like then that probably gets like a 10. But
10
wait
out
a
of
sec.
10.
Yes, Nashua, come on now. Do the two people not from this area know that? Yeah, I'm not. I mean, again, I'm not like a connoisseur of burritos or anything like that. But I do
Burrito
get them at Market.
locations
And
either. Yeah.
Andrea is not impressed by me not knowing
Andrea,
this. Andrea's
friend of the
entered the
show.
chat. California burrito hands down over Chipotle. All right, so we have an answer
Big
on there.
burrito fans.
I didn't know this is a thing. Like I said, I just go to Market Basket. I saw it there one day. It was like, I will try this.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not huge on like, I'm not against it. I'm not against it. I would
We gotta
get,
try out California burrito, I guess,
I
huh?
might have to do that.
They got
This
more than
might be
just
my
burritos. I'm like a quesadilla guy, I would hope.
dude. I'm a Taco Bell guy. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
I haven't had Taco Bell in years, man. Taco Bell does
Uh,
not
if
agree
I
with mindset.
randomly see one, there's like a 75% chance I'm making the stop.
Once them and KFC combined into one store, I don't like it. Keep your food separate. I don't want
Fourth meal. Yes.
keep it away. Keep it
Yeah.
away.
No, I mean, I don't get anything crazy. Like, literally, like, dude, I don't know. I feel like tacos can never be bad. They're almost like pizza. Even when they're bad, they're good.
I guess. Yeah.
But anyways, I wish that he would have actually
I'm a
gone to
quesadilla guy.
Espressos.
I don't care. Oh yeah, Portnoy, that bum. Yeah.
I wish he would have gone to Espressos. What do you think of Christopher's in Nashville?
Dude, I haven't had Christopher's in ages. I feel like I lived up Amherst Street, so like I was never really
I didn't live
like,
near Christopher's. You could. The
true,
reason we
yeah.
used to hang out there in high school is because you could smoke
Kirkpatrick's. I still stop into a Kirkpatrick's and grab
There's
a
no
Kirkpatrick sub.
They're not
every now
pizza
and then.
there.
No subs.
Kirkpatrick's, the variety store.
Yeah. No, wait, no. Was the one across from
Janot's.
There it is. Thank you. Yeah. What did I say?
Yes.
Kirkpatrick? That's where you used to live.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point where the D-Shards dad owned it, and he put pizza in there for a little bit, but then I think he sold it.
What do you know?
Not good. I live 2 seconds from Christopher's. I'd rather go. Oh, get out of here. Don't even. Yeah, go to 7-Eleven and get a piece of pizza, and it's stuck to the cardboard every single time. I've done it twice. I won't do it again. Like, I'll stop at 7-Eleven sometimes at a softball where I'm starving and I don't care.
Get a Slurpee. They still got Slurpees.
Yeah, they got Slurpees.
I used to love a Mountain Dew Slurpee.
Dude, I like the blue, but anyways, if you get the pizza at 7-Eleven, it's usually stuck into the thing.
Yeah, I've never had that happen to me.
So,
I'll never get a 7-Eleven pizza. Slurpee, maybe.
Obsessed.
Scratch ticket, probably.
But, you need to get it fresh. It takes 50 seconds.
Dan doesn't have time. He doesn't have time to wait in line at Market Basket.
Yeah.
7-Eleven. The guy is
I'm trying to
His
get in and get out.
schedule is packed.
Listen, if I'm leaving the softball field and I'm stopping at 7-Eleven because I'm starving, like, do you think I have time to wait for something? Like, no, I gotta eat. I gotta eat now. It becomes like
Priorities.
if I don't eat, I become a maniac.
Yeah.
Maniac. So
yeah.
like if
Hmm.
Dan hasn't eaten,
You got hangry, right?
he's gonna start going off the rails.
Ladies like to
So
say that they're hangry.
yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely I can sympathize with that.
Yeah.
I definitely can.
I bet.
Um, But yeah, a lot of great places in the Nashville area.
Mm.
We could probably keep going here, but yes, you and Corey, veterans of TJ's, you guys put that place on the map. No one had even heard of it before you guys. I've never, yeah, you have witnessed that. I have yelled at other teams and my own teammate. Well, and it just frustrated.
Bring a snack, dude. Just bring like a power
Yeah,
bar. Or something.
nah, it's not enough. Like I need to play if I'm gonna play softball after work. I need to play at the 6:30 game. If I play anything later than 6:30, all bets are off. Like I may turn into the Hulk.
You're like a gremlin. Like when the
Yeah.
sun goes down, you get
So
a little rowdy. Yeah. Huh.
I gotta eat stuff, What was I
Bring
saying?
a
I was
burrito.
finishing a thought here.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. You and Corey put TJ's on the map. No one had ever heard of it before. And yeah.
Yeah. We work
How
there.
you dealing with the heat?
Effing hate it. Gross. It's gross and it's muggy and it's hot. And I don't do this weather. I prefer winter. It's gross.
Winter guy.
I'm a winter guy. Yeah, I'm a fall winter guy. Yeah, I hate being hot. I'm chunky, and I sweat, and my glasses get all loose around my face, and I hate it. I hate all of it.
I enjoy the heat, but now that I have a dog, it stresses me out.
Yeah, they got
Now
that.
that it's I can't. I feel like I can't. Can't wait to see. Yeah, mine's already like $100 this month, and it was 35 before the summer.
It's pretty low. That's I feel like that's a low number. That's
35.
for electricity.
I mean, I don't. It's not a house that I'm living in, Scott. It's not,
Bro, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like that's
no,
thir-
but this month's $93.
still fairly low. Yeah.
Okay,
But
but again, it's not a house.
I get it. No, I get it. It could be worse. It could be worse. Is all I'm saying, buddy.
Oh, I'm sure, but yeah, I don't want to. And I know that's going up. I don't even want to talk about all that because we know.
It's not.
I will say the heat sort of stresses me out with Wyndham because I don't know when I should be walking him, when I should not be bringing him to the field. So like usually summer, I don't care. I don't even turn on the AC like a lot of the times. This year, I'm like, I got to keep this place cool for him.
It's humid, muggy. You got to watch out for those paws on the hot cement too.
Oh, I don't take him on the cement if I know it's a certain degree.
Yeah. Steamy.
Because my dog, that's what's important. I don't give a shit what happens to me, but whatever happens to him,
I hear you.
I got the insurance the other day, and I'm not gonna lie, I got a little aggressive. Sweaty ball, yeah, absolutely.
100%. 200%.
The guy asked, he said, why do you want to get dog insurance? And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, well, no, I said, this dog, and I got aggressive. I was like, this dog means everything to me. And I've heard that you should really have insurance. So what are you like, what are you trying to, do you think I'm trying to scam
Were you hungry too? Were you
maybe
hungry? Yeah.
But I literally, I was getting like, I was heated. That's my baby. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I hear you. But yeah, it's very hot and it's gross out, and I hate it. I hate it so much, especially when the bugs are out and.
Yeah, mosquitoes do drive me they drive me crazy. Yep. I will say that. But I do love the summer. This is my favorite month of the year.
Yeah.
I do like the hot. I don't like the cold. I do love the fall though. I do love the fall.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Nope.
But all right. It's getting late. So let's bang this out.
Ooh.
It is Friday, so
Bang.
Let's buy. Oh yes, Megan, yes, and then you guys can have me over. We'll get Corey, get Andrea.
Yeah, no, I don't want to pull. We got to pull it back. We got a little inflatable, or her dad bought a little inflatable pool for Zoe the other day. Yeah, so we got that.
Just get a pool, man. Just get a pool. Dan loves the fall, losing the fall. Ha ha. We'll
Just
see what
ripping you
happens this
apart
year.
tonight. Yeah.
The guy wins one thing.
Ball
Still bringing it up.
buster.
Let's get into best week ever here. Mr. McVicker, you are up, sir. As I'm trying to get rid of the
That scrolling hot one, huh? There it is. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't talk about it. Again, I'm not a big wrestling guy, but Money in the Bank was last weekend, and I feel like the women stole the show. And my pick was Chelsea Green, and she didn't win, but I feel like she stole the show. She took a big, I'm gonna use a wrestling term, a bump off of the
Yes.
that big old ladder, and from what I've seen on the web, there's a lot of respect going around for her. I think she's a hell of an entertainer. And I honestly couldn't think of anybody or anything else that's having a good week. So I went with my girl Chelsea Green there.
I think she should have won.
Yeah, right. I mean,
I don't. Later, Kevin. I am not. I don't know. I haven't followed enough of Tiffany Stratton, and I think Chelsea Green's one of the more entertaining people
she's
on
very
the show.
entertaining. Yeah.
And I think it was her time. So I don't disagree.
But she stole the show, though. I think we can all agree on that, because that wasn't that great of a pay-per-view. I don't know.
I was entertained. I had a good time. CM Punk McIntyre stuff was good.
It's predictable. I mean, you even called the exact outcome of what was going to happen in that pre-match, with him coming down.
Yeah, because listen, CM Punk's been injured, and they've done a really good job of protecting him while keeping this story going.
Right. Yeah.
So it didn't shock me in any way.
I don't know. We could do a whole sidetrack on that, but
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I thought Chelsea Green killed it, and I hope she takes this momentum and does something else. I don't know.
All right. Well, my best week ever is this guy is having just a great week. And
his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause they love him in London and Paris and Tokyo, America, Scotland and Canada and Mexico. They say, I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. How do you hate he wrestled on NXT. I loved how at the end of Heat Wave for NXT they had Ethan Page win the NXT title, and then right after Joe Hendry's face came up, and I've been a fan like over this year. I started I'd see the signs of I believe in Joe Hendry, and I looked. There's going to be a section of the wrestling audience that we eat this type of stuff up.
Yeah,
and I'm 100% just eating it up. I love it. I love it.
Is he good in the ring, or is it just the gimmick that's?
I think
is he actually?
He's okay in the ring, but I'm more gimmick oriented when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
I think I've never, that's why I like AEW. I do, but you gotta give me characters. You gotta give me stories. I'd rather see Joe Hendry on my TV than Will Ospreay. That's the God honest truth. Will Ospreay, I seen it. I'm not into Circus Olay, and you have a little character, and I love what they're doing with Joe Hendry, and I believe in Joe Hendry, and there he is on NXT.
Happy for you, man. He looks like Christian. He looks like a Christian ripoff.
He just has blonde hair. He doesn't look anything like Christian. But all right, let's get into the nitty gritty here. Let's get into negative.
You don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a creep.
Yeah. crumb bum of the week from me. And I will say it with a grain of salt because I don't know the guy, you know. I just saw the news come out, I think earlier today or yesterday. The cheetah himself, Tyreek Hill, just had his 12th kid or 13th kid or something like that with, you know, all sorts of different women over the last couple of years. Hey, at the end of the day, as a father, if you're gonna put the time in with each one of these kids that you've brought into this world and support them and all that sort of stuff, then absolutely knock yourself out. But if you're gonna be if you're not gonna be there for each one of these kids and you're just absentee, it's just come on, man. Just can you wrap it up or do something else or I don't know. Just stop breeding. Just stop having children.
I mean,
I
it
don't
could.
know.
There was an episode of Law and Order SVU,
Okay.
and John Stamos was this character who was intentionally just getting women, kids looking. He's looking up to they can't. Yeah.
Nick Cannon, exactly. Yeah.
So that I forget what they call it, but they call it like a reproducer or some kind of term. I guess it's not
Huh.
technically illegal, but he was just
Right.
knocking
Yeah.
like that was the whole point. But he was
Yeah.
like cutting holes in the condoms and stuff like that. So that
Ooh.
seems a little
I've had
much. But
one. I don't know how anybody would want a dozen of them. I mean,
well,
geez,
this guy was
geez.
just intentionally in the story was just impregnating all different types of
Apparently
women
that's what Tyreek
intentionally.
Hill does, and just goes out and knocks them up, knocks
I
them
think
down, and knocks them up.
I think it's different, and maybe they look at it as like money not an option, like not a problem. So
Yeah.
I think that's how they look at it. But
I don't know. Money runs out at some point. I mean, I don't know.
12 kids, yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I mean, if he's a fantastic father, which I don't believe he is, because I believe he got into some abuse trouble a few years ago. Absolutely power to you, and I hope your life turns out great. But Tyreek Hill, if you're not going to be there, then just stop. Go see a doctor. Go get a vasectomy or something, because
Yeah.
there are other options.
Didn't Adrian Peterson get in trouble for beating one of his kids that he
Yeah.
never really even saw it?
Yeah, it's sort of the same thing. Yeah, with a switch. Yeah. Same thing I think with Tyreek Hill. Which I mean, I don't know. That's a whole topic for a different day. I mean, how you discipline your children, but
yeah, but Adrian Peterson always had a squeaky clean image, and then that
yeah,
happened, and people are like, "You're
right.
beating up your child?"
Yeah.
Not good.
I just couldn't believe that I saw another headline that Tyreek Hill had another kid where he had like 4 last year with 4 different women. You know,
I mean, Nick Cannon, how many does he have?
I couldn't tell you either. He's got to be up there too.
And one of them, I mean, one of his baby moms is Mariah.
Mariah, yeah.
You're on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a creep.
You're a creep. I'm gonna go with. We talked about it earlier. I thought this was crumb bum-ish. These guys looking for credit for October Girl.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly the credit they want. I don't know if they want to be paid or they want some
royalties anytime that her
street cred or people.
Sure, yeah.
Here's the thing. You asked a very, to me, simple question. I don't like all this.
No.
Putting cameras in people's faces. The pranksters really pissed me off.
Yeah, we talked about that last time, man. But like prankster getting punched in the face.
Yeah, I love when that happens. But like you put a camera in the face of a bunch of drunk people, and she said something off the cuff, and it went viral, and now it's like, yeah, no, you get nothing.
You get
sorry.
Nothing. Yeah.
Like you were trying to make it your thing.
Sure.
By standing out there with a microphone while you knew people had been drinking, and you tried to make your thing, and it didn't work. And you can cry all you want.
Yeah, I mean, we said it earlier. I think that she owes them thanks. I mean, because her life has completely changed because of that moment in time. But like, I don't think she owes them anything financials. Like
No, I think they just want credit. I think they want credit, but like at the same time,
yeah.
like you're trying. The way I look at it, you were trying to make people look stupid for your own gain.
Well, I think I'm more leaning towards like,
They could have trademarked talked, but she said it. She said it.
yeah. I feel like the type of people that do those street interviews, like they're, creators, social media people, that sort of stuff that are putting the creativity on, the person that they're interviewing, like they're not
Sure.
the ones that are going out there and like, putting out the funny stuff or whatever. They're just interviewing people and hoping and crossing their fingers that they come across somebody that's got something funny to say. So I don't know, like do better in the first place.
Yeah, do bet you're true. I don't like the idea. Like when I learned more about it, they're outside of bars and doing that.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not like they were outside the public library.
Yeah. Don't do that.
So like you wanted a soundbite.
Right.
You wanted a soundbite out of somebody, and let me tell you this:
You got the soundbite.
you got the soundbite. But let's say the video. Let's just say they got a lot of hits on YouTube on this video that they uploaded. They were not going to cut her a check. Okay, if this was uploaded on YouTube or TikTok.
Sure. Yeah.
These TikTokers, these YouTubers, like I don't make, I'll never make any money off YouTube, but if I had like 10,000 subscribers, I would be seeing money for views.
Sure.
So my thing is you're using other people to create your content.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And I guarantee you wouldn't have cut her a check for that content. So sorry, buddy. She went viral and she's capitalized. You get nothing because that was never your plan. You're not creative.
Taking the world by storm, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You're not creative. You asked a stupid question. You try to get someone drunk to say something ridiculous, and they did, and the American people loved it. And guess what? No one cares about you.
USA.
Yeah.
Hawk 2.
But
that's Crumb Bomb right there. Yeah, absolutely.
Crumb bums
of the weeks.
So yeah, no, that's all we got this week. Anything else, Scott? I think this has been a fun show.
Yeah, we're going on 2 hours here, huh? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, good stuff. TGIF, got a big weekend in the household tomorrow. The kid starts T-ball in the morning.
In July?
Yeah.
In July?
Yeah.
They're doing like a summer league?
It's not a league. I mean, they're 4, so it's just
okay.
them
just like
playing.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not like competitive. Yeah, they're
no. T-ball's never competitive. I'm just saying July.
Yeah.
Usually, like those start in May or April.
Yeah, I couldn't tell it. Yeah.
Maybe they're doing like sessions. Maybe that's what Addie did too. I don't remember.
I'm not sure, but yeah, we got that in the morning, so that'll be new. We'll see how that goes, and yeah, maybe the kid will discover some sort of T-ball talent, and we're off to the races.
I like it.
Yep.
I'm going to see Third Eye Blind and Yellow Card tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I'm going for Third Eye Blind and Yellow Card will be there. But
I got nothing against Yellow Card. I mean,
I don't either. But that's not.
Couple hits,
No. Well, we got the tickets.
I would go out of my way to see Yellow Card, though.
I didn't know Yellow Card was part of the deal. Like Bobby just said, "Hey, I got tickets to Third Eye Blind." I'm like, "Of course, I'm in." And then I saw her. I'm like, "Oh, Yellow Card, Oceans Avenue."
A nice little treat. That's a nice little teaser treat
bonus.
right there. A little appetizer for you. That's fun, man.
So I got to make sure, I'm not getting a soda or a hot dog when they're playing that song. But I think I only know like 2 or 3 songs that they have, so I don't know how long.
Yellow Card. I mean, besides Ocean Avenue, I can't name any Yellow Card songs off the top of my head.
You are my only one, or something like that.
Yeah, no, okay.
I'm super pumped for Oceans Avenue. Like I'll be going nuts for that.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna wait the entire set because they'll do that last.
Well, then, it's if it is last, then I don't have to be rushing around. But like Third Eye Blind, though, I've seen them, but I haven't seen them in 8 years or 9 years.
Yeah, I'm jealous. That's my song, man. That's my karaoke jam right there.
Which one?
Semi-Charmed Life, man. That was
so.
Yeah.
My favorite song by them though is "Motorcycle Drive By."
Okay.
I
Yeah.
posted the
Yeah.
lyrics to that day just because I was like listening to it. I was like, this song. So fun fact: Serial Card is a DJ for the company we used for our wedding. What? You guys are in
Small
with Yellow
world.
Card?
Apparently, Yellow Card was at the wedding. I don't remember.
Wow.
Huh.
But yes, I would
Yeah,
say
Motorcycle Drive By. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably a Crystal Baller.
I love a good "How's It Gonna Be." I mean, that's a ballad right there.
Bobby checking
Absolutely
in.
is.
It's
It
gonna be
absolutely does.
it's gonna be a good show. We saw them in Boston. I don't remember where last time. And again, that was 9 years ago. So
They have
s-
hits though. I mean,
they're so
"Graduate,"
good.
"Jumper." I mean, they got tunes,
How's it
dude.
gonna be?
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Scott got married on Ocean's Avenue and doesn't even remember. Really?
Trust me. Yeah.
Oh, they,
No.
what? You can see the
I mean,
ocean
we
at your
were
wedding.
on the ocean. I mean, we were.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, maybe. I don't think that
that
was the street,
seafood
but
display you guys had was
dude, we didn't even see that, man.
really.
We were taking pictures and stuff. Like,
I
we
took
didn't
a
get any
picture
of
of it
that.
because it looked so like that was crazy.
I never saw it. I don't think I ever saw it. I mean, I might have seen it real, but yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't get anything from there. Yeah,
Were you guys taking
classic.
pictures or something?
Yeah, I think we were out on the rocks. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good
Kinda
wedding though, right? That was a good time.
Yeah, right on the
Yeah.
ocean, and it was like warm, like in
It's a beaut,
November.
dude. We lucked out. Yeah, Megan scheduled that specifically so we wouldn't be sweaty, and we made out. It
Yeah,
rained that night before. It was raining in the morning, but then it all cleared up late morning, and
it all worked out.
yeah, and here we
I
are.
love when a plan comes together.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so that's what
yep.
I'm
That's
doing.
the
Third Eye
weekend
Blind.
plans.
So it's gonna be
T-ball,
good.
Third Eye Blind, a Yellow Card. Can't go wrong.
Did they give them uniforms or anything? They get the
I,
Merrimack
I
shirts.
highly doubt it. I have no idea. She's got a
Because
little glove, and she's got some
yeah,
sneakers, and we'll see. What happens.
Addie got like her Merrimack red. It was actually pretty cool. I was like, oh, can I get one of these too? But I apparently I couldn't.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
But
maybe we'll see. It's at 9 o'clock in the morning, so I'll
this is Camp
keep
Sargent
you
or whatever.
posted.
Yeah.
The sports complex out in Bedford. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not
Yeah.
through MYA.
Nah,
It's not
nah.
MYA. Okay. So that makes sense.
Bedford Yuppie Complex. That's
No,
what
they
we
do a
call
lot
that.
of good. They do a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice in there.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
But all right, it's
We'll find
past
out. I'll
11,
keep you posted. Jeez.
and
Louise.
I thought this has been a blast. We love all the participation. Again, comment on the Let Freedom Ring page. Sounds like Corey was on the wrong, and I'm glad Andrea stepped in.
Somebody's got to help him. Huh?
I did put the reminder on there. So
What are you gonna do?
But we'll be back in 2 weeks, and we may go weekly. We don't know. There's a lot of things being talked about. Let Freedom Ring's on hiatus. Does that mean Ring Free Thoughts gets bigger? We don't know.
The production value is going to go through the roof. Yeah.
So we will see what happens. But I'm Scott McVicker. I'm Dan Bollier. You're Scott McVicker.
I am.
He's Wyndham, and we will. I can't believe I said that, but we will see you. We will see.
You're not. I'm Scott McVicker. That's me.
You're Scott.
Good. All right.
All right.
USA. Hawk
USA.